Hello, this is Kate and Giovanna, and this is my breakdown of the shootout scene from Wes Anderson's The Grand Budapest Hotel. Wes Anderson is pretty well known for his deliberate and techno style that often adds an upbeat tone, usually humor that complements the story. In this scene, there are a lot of good examples of his directorial creativity at work, notably his use of color and set design and his cinematography. Off the bat, you can tell there's a lot of thought going into the color and the set design. This light pink, purple, and yellow interior of this big fancy hotel is almost unrealistic. And that's kind of because it is. It's a romantic retelling of this story from the character Zero. This guy right here on the right. The color also helps discern which character is which. As you might be able to tell, this is our main antagonist right here, Dimitri, and our boys in blue here, Gustav and Zero, are our protagonists. Something else interesting about Anderson's use of the set design is that it doesn't just add to the tone, but he uses it to set up his shots. The pillars and the rails in this shot, the doors and the window, they really set up for super digestible shots.
Where's boy with apple?
None of your goddamn business!
I'm gonna blast your candy ass once and for all right now.
His camera work also really adds to the humor of this scene. In a typical action movie, this showdown would be a little more patient and dramatic and sort of drawn out, but he keeps it light and almost cartoonish with these quick pans and zooms and cuts that keep a rhythm and cadence, and they almost add a punchline to the actors' lines. He just does this almost visual banter with his shots. He also does a really great job at playing with the screen and composition. He's really popular for his symmetry and almost geometric style. He really plays with the role of thirds to emphasize certain parts of the scenes. So when he breaks it and he zooms in on Dimitri's two accomplices here, it just really keeps a satisfying flow to the scene. Here's another example of Anderson's stylistic choices. This low-angle shot isn't really adding anything to the story at all, except that Anderson's kind of just flexing his creative muscle, but it is a really cool shot. This is that geometric style I was talking about. The symmetry is pretty cool, and when the guns start going off, it's just sort of adds to that banter and the back and forth.
Cease fire! Cease fire! Whoa! Stop it! Who's shooting who?
That's Gustav H., the escaped murderer and art thief. I've got him cornered.
That's Dimitri Degov from Taxis. He's responsible for the killing of Deputy Kovacs, Serge X, and his club-foot his sister, plus his own mother.
Nobody move. Everybody's under arrest.
As you might be able to tell, Anderson really likes to use this swivel shot. He was using it at the beginning of this scene and then went away from it. And then he comes back to it, which kind of establishes the motif of his cinematography and the scene and ties a bow on this whole sequence.
Who's got the window?
Agatha.